Well, guys, we need to talk about a very, very tragic incident that happened at a Macy's in Philadelphia. Yeah, this is not the first time we've actually done videos on Philadelphia. Remember, Philadelphia was like ground zero for all of these young people out there going around and looting, burning down stuff. This is probably like a couple of months ago. Remember Meatball talking about everybody must eat? Yeah, that incident right there. Philadelphia, man, is a dumpster fire of a city, also run by Democrats. But getting back on track to this incident at a Macy's in Philadelphia, a person is now dead. A 30-year-old, I believe a male, dead, stabbed in the neck by a criminal that wanted to shoplift out there in Macy's. Now, here's the thing, guys. They actually got the merchandise back from the suspect. Then the suspect actually returned about 15 minutes later, and then he stabbed two security guards, one of them now dead. So let's jump over here, guys. Look at this here. This is on Fox 29. Macy's stabbing. Security guard killed in double stabbing at Philadelphia Macy's. This is the holiday season, man. And now somebody has lost their lives because Philadelphia, man, really doesn't prosecute crime. They enable all of this, guys. This is the problem, man, with cities like San Francisco that actually don't want to prosecute crime on anything below $900. That's a problem. That's a major problem. Now, also, these two security guards, they were unarmed. Now, I really don't get the point, man, especially in a dangerous city like Philadelphia, why these security guards are not armed. I believe that if the security guards were actually armed, they probably could actually stop the stabber. Both of them would actually be alive. Only one of them is alive right now. Now, they did actually catch the suspect, but let's go ahead and listen in. This is the police here. It's like a 9-minute video. I don't think I'm going to play the whole 9 minutes here, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and play this.
This morning, but I'm gonna start you a few minutes before that. So I guess somewhere around 10:45 or so, there's an incident here where a male is attempting to steal, at this point we know, multiple hats from the location. The security here stops that individual. There's some type of confrontation. The security here backs off, gets the merchandise back, allows the male to go on. That male is who turns back around about 15 minutes later and comes back to this location, leading to us getting the 911 call just after 11. Officers arrive here. They locate two security guards who are suffering from stab wounds that occurred in the second part of this confrontation. When the male comes back into the store, he immediately goes straight towards one of the security guards and then redirects his attention to a second security guard, runs directly to that security guard with a knife already exposed and begins to stab him. There's a scuffle with the second security guard trying to save the first guard that stabbed, and that security guard sustains several stab wounds as well, or slash wounds as well. But both guards are transported to Jefferson Hospital by police that arrive here, and unfortunately one of the guards is pronounced at 11:19. At this point in time, it is still a very active homicide investigation at this point. The store is closed. In terms of any future announcements regarding the store will have to come from Macy's. But just a tragic situation. Again, just right here, a few weeks before the holiday, the security officers are just doing their job. They're here to make sure that people can come to this location and shop in a safe manner. And for something like this to happen on a Monday morning, again, during a holiday season or any time of the year for that, but just another indication that every bit of crime is important in this city. In terms of this started as a retail theft, upgraded obviously to a robbery, and then led ultimately to a homicide. And so
well, obviously not every crime is important in Philadelphia. Obviously not. Crime is really not prosecuted in a city like Philadelphia that is run by progressive Democrats. That is a problem. I mean, guys, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Why in the world would a major city like Philadelphia, want to be soft on crime? Soft on crime policies enable all of the shoplifting. Probably enabled this man to just think I can go and steal some hats. Those security guards died over hats. Hats. I guess that person got triggered when the hats are taken away. He's probably thinking, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to start slashing over hats I didn't even pay for. But let's continue on.
Again, it's just a tragic situation. But like I said, early in the investigation, there are probably a lot of questions that you have that we won't be able to answer just at this point. As far as the suspect, we know the suspect fled from this location, hopped on SEPTA, and our communication with SEPTA officers, we were able to track down the one suspect. He has been ID'd by other individuals that were here, but he is going to be transported to homicide along with the witnesses that were here. But that's all we have at this point in time.
So, Commissioner, just to clarify, the suspect is in custody.
There is a suspect in custody. He has been positively identified as being the individual involved in this, but there's still additional work that has to be done around the investigation.
And to clarify, because we initially heard 3 people stabbed, 2 only. 2
only at this point in time, yes.
Was that suspect picked up by SEPTA police at the Somerset station?
That's correct, yes.
And you said that he's been identified by people who were here at the time.
In terms of, that's a part of the investigative process in the sense of, but he has been identified as the individual that was involved in this crime. That additional interviews will be conducted and things of that nature, but that's where we're at this point in time.
Do you have the ages by any chance of this?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the age of the security guard?
I'm not putting out the ages only because I'm not sure in terms of if all family have been notified, and I just don't want to put out the ages.
I do believe post-millennial, because I looked it up, the person that died was 30 years old. Okay?
Specific ages, but I will tell you both of them are in their 20s. One has been employed here for a few years, and the other one has been employed here for a few months.
And there was also just retail theft has been something that has come up repeatedly, especially here, and that, it's just constantly a problem for them. Can you just speak to that?
Well, as far as this establishment here, Macy's, unfortunately, is one of the locations in Center City that has experienced one of the highest levels of retail theft. Just year to date, they have over 250 reports of retail theft at this location. And so,
wow. This one location, 250 reported incidents of theft. Wow.
It is an ongoing situation, an ongoing problem, not just for large chain stores like this, but for retail in terms of businesses throughout the city. Again, it's not any less important as far as on our chain of things to address as far as safety for the city, because as you can see, very important in the fact that what starts out as a retail theft has ended in a homicide here. And so, again, it's still a very important crime that we have to continue to work towards making sure that we see a little bit of a decrease in.
Another quick question: were these security guards armed by any chance, or not?
They are not. They're hired by Macy's, but they are not armed security.
Do you know if they're are they kind of trained to how to encounter somebody who may be?
I can't answer any of their training in terms of what happens with that with Macy's.
There used to be off-duty. There used to be off-duty police.
Hold on. Say it again.
We also had a SEPTA security guard, a female, stabbed recently. So these companies, whether they're public or private, are hiring extra help, and it's no combat to the aggression out there.
Well, I mean, it's a mentality, unfortunately, that exists.
The reason why, man, if these security officers were actually armed, the chances are, man, the Wolts would come after them if they actually ended up killing the criminal. But now you actually got the security officers doing their job. Now one of them is actually dead by a criminal. There will be no outrage in Philadelphia because in Philadelphia, only criminals are celebrated. Only criminals are celebrated, guys. I mean, this is sad. This is really, really sad. And I'm not gonna play the rest of that. You guys can go over to Fox 29 and check out the rest of it, man. This is sad, man. This is really sad. This Macy's hit up over 250 times for theft. That's a lot of theft, man. That is a lot of theft. And now, a security guard now dead. Dead. I believe that these people should be armed. They should be armed. Because obviously, man, having security guards that really aren't armed, they can't protect themselves, that doesn't deter people from actually going out there and committing crimes. It means nothing. If you have a security guard, man, and he's unarmed, what good is that? What good is that, man? But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.